Welcome to Mom Knows Ball. This is episode 3. I'm Jordan King, and this is the namesake herself, Miss Mom Who Knows Ball, Melinda King. How are we doing, Mom?
Hello, Jordan King. So good to see you today. What's it
Is it good
like?
to see me?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, I just want to make sure, she came in, everyone, a little peek behind the curtain. She came in a little hot today because we were supposed to record yesterday, and one of us was not prepared. So we delayed it 24 hours. I don't want to point any fingers, but their name rhymes with Melinda. So yeah,
We,
it's,
you know, do we really believe I was the one who was not prepared? Does anyone
I think
believe
if
that?
this audience is knows me well enough, they know that that may or may not be the truth. So yeah.
Okie dokie. So, what can you look forward to today? I just have to ask the question before I get started. Jordan,
Let's hear it.
is there
Yep.
something you want to share with me around? Is that a tattoo on your face?
Nope.
Or
Yep. We've gotten a lot of feedback. Probably not a lot of feedback, but if you have wondered what is on my face, no, I have not joined a gang since being
oh,
out in LA. I've also not
oh,
murdered
good.
anyone. It just happens to be bad placement of this scar from a popped pimple that I popped a little too early that my mom has always said to not do.
I
Um,
constantly talk
I
to you
know,
about
I
that.
know,
I know
I know.
this is what you signed in for to hear about
Mm,
today, like pimple management. Okay, all right.
yeah,
Well, okay.
and it's like I'm 31 and I'm still getting pimples like I'm 14 and my voice still cracks. So a lot's wrong here. We don't need to get into the my prepubescent and post-pubescent stage in life, but yeah, it will go. But yeah, in case anyone wants to know, I am not gang affiliated. I'm still
We're
still just
good.
Jordan. So
We're
yeah.
good. You notice we're representing with our colors today. I got on my Alabama gear. Jordan got on his
Duval,
Jag gear.
Duval.
I think next week we'll switch it up because I got a really cute little Jaguar shirt that I
Oh,
want to
nice.
wear. So what can you expect today? Oh, I got to update you
Let's hear the
because
update.
we hired a producer. We got
Oh
a
yeah, that's
producer.
right. We kept it in the fam like true nepo babies ourselves. We hired she's our cousin. She's my mom's niece. Tamra, shout out Tam,
Tam
who is joining
Tam.
us.
Tam
Her
Tam.
mic isn't on, but we love her.
And the thing is, Tamara and I talked about the role. Neither one of us has any idea what a producer does on a podcast, but
Yeah.
we are certain she's going to be great. Like I
Exactly. I mean,
like the
the
bet.
bar is low. So it's like, it's only up from here. We didn't have a producer. I don't think we thought about getting a producer until, we started accepting all these sponsorship deals, which are getting, I mean, my mailbox is full. It's like, you guys got to relax. But no, we got one. We had mics after, for episode 2, better lighting. And now for episode 3, we got a
We
producer.
got
So you're listening to a producified podcast. I don't know if that's a word,
well
but yeah,
oiled machine.
we
So
are
here's
locked
here
in.
here's what you can expect today. So we'll just give you a little snapshot on the feedback that we've gotten, the stuff that people really liked, and maybe some stuff that they
Mhm.
didn't. You know what this podcast is about. It explores the bond that moms and their kids have around sports. And
Yep.
Jordan and I just do our little quirky takes on sports. If you really want high level analytics, this may not be the podcast for you.
This might not be.
Okay.
I heard there's a place called, it's ESPN and, Bleacher Report. They do a good job. We are just, we're going against the grain a little bit. We're coming from a different perspective. Again, mom, son. We don't want to linger too much on
Okay.
the feedback we have gotten. That's my way of saying, mom, let's,
Okay. Okay.
andale,
Okay.
andale.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
go. Let's go. Okay. So
let's get into it.
we are less than 2 weeks out from the start of college football.
Go.
And a little more than that for the NFL. So we got to dig into our takes on the season. So we're going to break it down into the good, the bad, the
You got it. Well, so it's something in just my day-to-day vernacular of just what I would say is like like how are we feeling about something? I when I say that means I'm not really feeling it, but I don't really know how I'm fully feeling. But again, I need to be as transparent as possible and let everyone know every little thought that goes through my head, like a true yapper. Obviously, it's important. People need to know. They're like, what do you think about this? So that is what means. It's open to interpretation. So the good, the bad, and the is what we're going to call it.
Absolutely. And then every week, every podcast, we're going to do a segment, and we're still looking for that final name. Last week it was things that made me laugh, things that made me cry. This week we're going to do a segment that we call standing on business or doing too much. So basically, we're going to talk through a scenario, and then Jordan and I are going to decide between the two of us, hopefully we will agree, whether this person was like standing on
Not
business
likely.
or just doing too much. Standing on business.
And I apologize to the audience for whatever pose my mom just did. I don't know what it was. It was upsetting the first time I saw it in pre-production. It was just as upsetting live. Yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, again, let's just ignore it, wipe it from our memory brains, do the little Men in Black thing, a little light, and we're out. But yes, that will be our podcast today. We will do the good, the bad, and the and then end on standing on business or doing too much. So we will start off with Mama King herself. What is your good of the upcoming football season?
Okay, so I had put some things together. So I am extremely excited about the expanded college football playoff, that we're now going to have 12 teams in the playoff. Why I'm so excited about that is because at the end of the year for college football, a lot of the games have just not had a whole lot of meaning. Because if you lose a game, unless you're Alabama, you typically are not in the college football playoff. And if you lose a game like in the middle of the season or toward the end of the season, unless you're Alabama, you are not even in the conversation at all. So I am really looking forward to like the season feeling so much longer, and teams that, we normally wouldn't be talking about in the conversations for winning a natty, they're going to be in the conversations because we got 12 spots. Now you're going to always have that 13th spot, right? There's going to be that team. Yeah. And, they're going to be there, and people are going to be like, why didn't they get into the playoffs? So I'm excited about that.
Look, it's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Alabama, so we don't have to dive into the multiple 5-star recruits we're excited to see. Everyone thinks the sky is falling. We're the AP preseason rankings came out, number 5, the lowest we've been in like a decade or something, which is still wild. So no, it should be a good season for everyone in the country besides some Alabama. But that's why we're Alabama. And so we'll see how we stack up in the post-Saban era. So for my good, a little less, it's somewhat related to Alabama. Actually, it is. We love it when our college football fandom and our pro fandom collide. And my good is Mac Jones. I don't want to take any... I think it is a travesty what happened to him in New England. I don't want to take too many shots in New England. I feel like I did last podcast about their dynasty. But I just think they did him dirty. And so it's nice to see him back. He's smiling again. He's laughing. He's joking. He's the backup to Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, there's no QB controversy. But my boy balled out in his first real game action where, I mean, he played in the first game, but this was, he had basically the entire game outside of the fourth quarter to really do his thing. 2 touchdowns, 210 yards, was out there, slicing and dicing. And it's just good to see him build up his confidence after, what was a up and down rocky road in New England. So I love seeing that. I always thought Mac was unintentionally hilarious from the time, he was doing his little dances in the end zone to him walking in the draft like he was a vice principal going to break up a school fight. Everyone always talks about how awkward he was. And I've always had a soft spot for my boy. Again, won us a national title, put together, I mean, if it wasn't for Smitty, would have won the Heisman. And that was his receiver who he was throwing to was the one who won it. So, I mean, he basically got a piece of the award in that sense. So, no, I love seeing our guys do well in the NFL, regardless of, if they're backup, if they're whatever it is. The Max slander needed to stop. And so I'm happy to see him happy. And hopefully it leads to him being a starting quarterback again. So my good is our boy Mac Jones, Easy Mac, mac and cheese, there's a couple names.
Okay.
We're still working. Well, I get it all.
We got it.
All right. So what's your bad, Mom? Let's see how you can keep this under 2 minutes.
You kind of lean into my bad because my bad is the fact that Alabama is ranked number 5 in the preseason AP poll.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
That's our lowest ranking since 2009. And I know it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. But come on, let's put some respect on Alabama's name, okay? All right?
Boy.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll go behind Georgia. I'll go behind Texas. They beat us, right? But you got us behind Oregon. I mean, I know they got a good quarterback. He's on the Heisman watch list too. You got us behind Ohio State. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Ohio State lost to Michigan, which is a team we lost to too. So I don't know that this is making much sense, but
yeah, again, irrational. This is irrational fandom at its finest.
It's just not right. It's just not the way it's not.
Hey guys, it's not right. It's an injustice that Alabama is ranked number 5 right now.
It's just not good, and I don't understand.
All right. Hey, so
teach anyway, that's my bad. What's your bad?
Okay,
you got a bad?
My bad is another Alabama quarterback. I'm keeping it within the loop. My bad is Tua. Talking about his old coach, Brian Flores. He talked about it on the Lebertard show today. And again, soft spot for Tua. Love him. Love that he got paid. That's my guy. The second and 23, right?
Second and 26.
Second and 26, national championship game.
I was there.
Yeah, she was okay. She has to remind everyone. Anyway, he goes on the Lebertard show today, talks about his old head coach, saying, if you woke up every morning and I told you that you sucked at what you did, that you don't belong, that you shouldn't be here, that you haven't earned this, and then someone tells you you are the best fit for this, how does that make you feel? And that's him talking about his old head coach, Brian Flores. And if y'all don't remember, Tua had a really rocky. It was just a weird setup where he would start, but then he wouldn't finish games, and you could just tell the coach never loved him. And I don't want to talk ill about another black head coach. Technically, Mike McDaniels is black though as well, okay, so But that's we won't get into
another show.
Look, I'm just stating what was out there. I don't want to talk ill about another head coach, but. It makes me sad that, and it's sad is bad, that, Tua was getting told he wasn't good enough. And I think we have to embrace our QBs. We got a rational confidence. And so I'm glad he's got a head coach who sees his Tua potential. I'm trying to make something work here.
True Tua potential.
Tua potential. Nope. Okay. Yep. True Tua potential. Okay. Anyway, so that's my bad. I just do better. Let's not talk to our, to our players like that. It's giving Urban Meyer, which is another name we won't bring up right now. It's giving problematic. Yeah, it's giving a lot of things I don't love. So that's
your bad.
bad.
That's
my
your bad. Okay, let's
Yes.
manage
And
that.
so what is your?
So today I watched the SEC Network almost all day. And so there was a lot of conversation around the expanded SEC. So Texas and Oklahoma are now in the SEC, and there's no longer this SEC East, SEC West. So in the past, you're the SEC East, SEC West. You played everybody on your side of the SEC. And so the teams with the best records on the East and the West would play in the SEC championship game. If there was a tiebreaker, it was who won the head-to-head. But since you always played all the teams on your side of the conference, there was always going to be a head-to-head. Well, there's no East and West now. They're going to go with the top two teams, and they're going to play each other. They haven't really decided, or they haven't shared, and they even said it today on SEC Network. They didn't have it, and I went looking for it. What is the tiebreaker? If you've got 3 teams, if you've got 4 teams with the exact same record, and there's no head-to-head because we don't play every single team in the SEC every year, who gets into the SEC championship game? And I'm just not. I do think there was some times where the SEC East was much stronger than SEC West and vice versa. And it kind of felt like, one team was really in the game, got into the game pretty easy, and the other team had to fight really hard for it. So I get that, but I'm just not really sure how I feel. So I'm kind of on that.
My is I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Sorry. Talking to my mom about, for work, I was supposed to go. I was telling her, I might go to, because I work for a football show, I might go to the Chargers training camp to, interview some players or whatever it is. And her response was, oh, wow, like, you've never been to San Diego. Like, that should be fun. I'm excited for you. Which would be like a normal response, but and completely fine. Problem is the Chargers don't play in San Diego. My mom thought they still did.
Any longer.
They don't play in San Diego and haven't played there for 3 to 4 years. It might be 5 at this point. So that was tough.
Because producer, can you tell me when the Chargers went to LA?
That was tough that she, as the namesake, Mom Knows Ball, didn't know that one of these 32 teams that the team wasn't in San Diego. And that's wild to me. That is wild that she did not know this. And
I didn't know it, Jordan. But
yes, okay. And I know, like, and see, you not knowing this is like caused me to have a brain fart. And I thought that I was right. I should have trusted my instincts. There's 32 teams. So what am I even talking about here? Anyway, everyone go in the comments section and be, let's do some nice words, but also like give my mom some crap for just not knowing. You lived in LA. That's the crazy thing. You lived in LA.
I knew.
I have some follow-up questions we're not going to get into right now, but I need you to lock in, okay? It's preseason for everyone and clearly for you, but once the season starts, we can't be making mistakes like that.
Okay.
We can't.
But look, these teams keep moving. Think about the Raiders. The Raiders were in Oakland. Then they went to LA. Then I think they came back to Oakland, and then they're in Las Vegas. How am I, at this point in my life, in my fragile existence?
Your fragile existence, okay. Now we're really being dramatic. Okay.
I'm qualified for the senior citizen discount at the movie theater, at Ross, at all of your establishments. So how am I supposed to keep up with all that?
You are, yeah. As I mean, again, we can call it Jordan knows ball, or we can call it Mom kind of knows ball. Like we got to be true to the title and true to our viewers.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
just again, it's early. Just wanted to flag that. I'm flagging it. I'm flagging it for later. Let's just make sure we tighten it up, okay?
You did me dirty. You did me dirty.
I didn't look. You knew it was gonna. You knew
I
it was
knew
coming.
it was coming,
I mean,
but I didn't know it was coming.
it was tough.
today.
It was tough. It was a tough beat.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Okay. So let's do our segment. And
This is how we're gonna end it.
Yeah, this is how we're gonna end it. But I like this. I like this story. So this is standing on business or doing too much. So here's the scenario.
Hey, Mom, can you do the pose for us one more time? What's standing on business again? Do the. Yeah, there we go.
I'm
I
glad
just
we
don't know
put this
what
on
this-
YouTube. So now if you're not watching it on YouTube and you're listening to it, you gotta go and look at the pose because it's everything.
I mean, you got to. It's important. Yep.
Okay, so here's the scenario. So I think most of you know who Noah Lyles is. He's the Olympic 100-meter gold medal winner, bronze 200-meter winner. He ran in the Olympics with COVID. So anyway, sometime last year, I don't remember when it was, he was being interviewed, and he made a statement, something to the effect, where he took exception to the fact that the NBA champions call themselves world champions. And he said something like, world champions of what? The United States? So a lot of NBA players, and a lot of other people just didn't understand why he needed to do that, right? So that's
My mom being one of them.
We've not gotten there yet. So that's the backdrop. Okay, so Jalen Bronson has a podcast. Jalen Bronson plays for the New York Knicks. Josh Hart plays for the New York Knicks. And so they're having a conversation, and then they start talking about, cheering for Team USA in the Olympics. And then Josh Hart goes, for the most part, I was cheering for all the USA athletes. And Jalen Brunson is like, man, don't go there. Don't go there. He was like, don't go there. He's like, no, I want to go there. He's like, okay, now you want to go there. He's like, yeah, I was patriotic, but I'm going to tell you, I really wanted Noah Lyles to lose. I wanted him to lose. And, he won. So, I'm not going to hate on him anymore. So was Josh Hart standing on business when he said, yeah, you tried to diminish the league that I play basketball in. So, yeah, I know we're from the same country, we represent the same country, but I kind of wanted you to lose, man. I'm being honest. I wanted you to lose. Or was he doing too much? What are your thoughts? I got my thoughts.
Yeah, well, we know you got thoughts. Yes, I think he was standing on business. I don't think it was petty. I think because of the fact.
Who you think was standing on business?
I think Josh Hart was standing on business.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Josh Hart. I'm going to be on the right side of history. Well, because I like the fact that because Noah Lyles, I mean, he had a weird ending to it with the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
But he did win the 100-meter, and he got the gold.
Yeah.
So, Josh Hart could have easily said, you know what, everyone was hating on him, but I actually really liked him. Hindsight take is something I just see a lot, where it's like I actually knew, or actually I had a feeling. They also call it the LeBron, where like I actually said that Bronny was going to get drafted by the Lakers. I actually said that whatever it is, LeBron is a prophet in his own right. Anyway,
okay.
They call it the LeBron take of the hindsight is 2020 kind of thing.
Okay,
and so for him to admit that he was rooting against him after he already won, I actually kind of respect. It's like, hey, like he's a grade A hater. We love a good hater. Sometimes it's good to hate, Hating can be therapeutic. And for Josh Hart, it's the offseason, and he's sitting home, and I think what he said was what a lot of NBA players are probably thinking.
So
I know I'm probably echoing.
He was standing.
He was standing on business, because you know what? he could have just not said anything and no one would have, blinked twice. So him admitting it, I respect it. I respect the ability to hate at a international level, and that's what he was doing, and we love it. So standing on business.
I'm with you. I think he was standing on business. I totally respect what Noah does, and he is fast, and he talks it, and he backs it up. I don't think it was necessary for him to say what he said about the NBA. I think you can shine, but you don't have to diminish somebody else's light. And it just didn't feel necessary, And at first I laughed about it because I thought it was kind of funny, but it's like,
but yeah,
it wasn't that. So for me, Josh Hart was absolutely standing on business when he said, yeah, I wanted him to lose. We're on the same page there, but I think we're kind of slightly on a different page around. I was cheering for Noah. Absolutely. I wanted him to win the one.
That's my thing. I think both things can be true. Josh Hart was standing on business and Noah Lyles was standing on business. Noah Lyles said that a year in advance, and knowing how much backlash he got, still went out and performed and won.
Yeah.
And won at the highest level. Yeah. So I give him respect there because that's a lot of pressure. As someone who has been known in the past to talk crap in sports and unfortunately not back it up. I respect it. Yeah. So.
Okay. Wow. We've come to the end of another exciting conversation.
And no one's feelings were hurt. There was no tears shed. Like we're 3 for 3 and not getting into major fights. So again, we can't promise you that won't happen in the future. But as of now, we are one big happy family. We got, Tam on the ones and twos helping us with producing. We got Mom, who's said beforehand that she was in hair and makeup for an hour. And I was like, who was hair and makeup? Like, there's no one. So she was just talking about her putting her own hair and makeup on, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't know. Are
you really going to call me off little boy with your little pimple on your face? Yeah.
Okay. It's not okay. All right, that's it for Mom Knows Ball episode. It's not a pimple, it's a scar.
No.
It's a scar. So
no.
Yeah, it's
hair
tough.
And makeup is I don't wear makeup most days. And because we were supposed to record yesterday, I did makeup. And it felt like it was a waste. So I had to go out and have a cocktail because I had on makeup. I mean, I couldn't waste it, so then I had to do it again today.
Hey, them the rules. I mean, again, next time if you're prepared, your makeup won't go to waste and we won't have to re-record. Anyway, this has been an amazing episode 3 of Mom Knows Ball. You guys can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, YouTube. Please like, subscribe, leave comments, feedback, especially on Mom not knowing where the Chargers play. And yeah, we are excited about this season. We're excited to have you guys join us. And we will see you next week on the next episode of Mom Knows Ball.
Oh, Mom, I know ball. I don't know where the Chargers are. I didn't know where they were. I knew, but I just couldn't remember. But I know ball.
You didn't. It's tough.
All right. Bye.